we are ready to talk. So let's talk. In today's live, we're going to be talking about the ending of a season and then what is next. Currently, this relates to my life because I am a volleyball coach and volleyball season is ending, in fact. We've been around season for about 6 months now. We started in November and now it is April going on May, and this is our last tournament this weekend. So what is next? What do you do? How do you prepare for the next thing when something that you've been doing consistently for months on end stops? Okay, so let's get into it. Right now, I have been preparing my mind, my heart for coaching. Obviously, I coach volleyball. I coach 14s this season, but I also want to coach beginners and beginner volleyball players and beginner fitness enthusiasts, right? So anyone inspired or ready to start their fitness journey, I'm looking to coach them. But how is this season and the season's ending preparing me for that? I've learned a lot with working with the same people for about 6 months, and there's so many life lessons that you can learn when you're spending time with people, when you're growing with people, especially if you're teaching. Teaching is always a lesson learner for the teacher and the student. For instance, I've learned that when working with multiple people, you have to learn their learning styles. You have to learn what coaching style works for them. Do they like being yelled at? Do they like, a calm, still voice? Do they like instructions? Do they like verbal instructions? Do they like verbal instructions or visual instructions? So all these things are playing into part. And even though I may not have known what, exactly what I was going to be preparing for during the season to prepare me for after the season, I can now reflect and see, okay, everything I went through had a purpose. Every interaction had a purpose. Every practice plan had instructions. Planning in general had instructions in it, just to slingshot me into the future. And make no mistake, nothing happens just because of a coincidence. God is in control of everything that you do, and it may seem frivolous to you, or it may seem like it doesn't matter to you, but it matters to him, because everything that you go through is in his will. Now, of course, we have free will and we, make our own decisions, but he knows all and he sees all. He knows what decisions we're going to make before we make them. So, leading me up to the ending of this season and how to look and what to do for what's next, I think it's most important that we take whatever season we just ended, take it to God. God, what did you want to show me in this season? What did you want me to learn from this season? Was I doing everything I was called to do in this season? And if not, how can I be better? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna get this right. We're gonna open that just a little. Sorry, y'all. My car is it's a little janky right now. This visor thingy's broken, so we're gonna fix that and then we'll talk back to it. See if that works. It's still kind of jinky. Okay. Let's put her right here. See how jinky she is? It's okay. We still love Nova. Alrighty. So, moving on and finding what is next. Have you ever gotten stuck and just didn't know what to do next? We already took our past season to God. Okay, we prayed, God, what do we learn from this season? How can we utilize the things that we learned, the people that we've met, the networking that we've done, the skills that we've built from this past season to help us in this next season? So just like we took our past season to God, we have to take our questions and our doubts and our fears to God. God, I don't know what's next. Maybe you don't know what's next. Maybe you've been thinking about something, God has put it on your heart, but you're afraid to take that leap of faith. But it all comes down to really sitting still and listening and thinking about all the things that God is putting on your heart of what you think you should do, but also taking those words back to God for confirmation. So right now, again, I'm leaving volleyball season and it was great. We've had memories, we've had fun, we've had some obstacles that we've had to overcome. But if I didn't go through that season, I wouldn't be ready for the trainings and the skills and the coaching that I want to give these next give these people for the next couple of months of my life, right? So taking the value out of everything that you do has a purpose. So I'm learning how to practice plan more efficiently. I'm learning how to communicate with parents more efficiently or adults in general more efficiently. I'm learning how to figure out who works well with who and how can we benefit that for everyone. How can we put that together for everyone to benefit with? Other things I'm learning is time management. Okay, am I going to be able to live my life as well as be involved and attentive to my players and my athletes or my clients? Or am I just always going to be dealing with work or not really caring about my clients and just living my life? There has to be some sort of balance, right? So when moving on to see what's next, all I need to do, which I have done, is get out a piece of paper, write down some of the things I'm interested in, write down some of the things I do well in, and figure out how I can combine these two to make it an even path and what comes out of it. Sorry, my tummy is rumbling. I ate, but she's still speaking. I guess she's still hungry. But yes, so even with moving out of that season, I wasn't able to work out as much as I've wanted to. Like I've been starting to work out, but now I will make that time in that space not only to create more content for you guys, but to get back to the fitness for my own body, which again is my overall brand, my business. I want to help train others as well. So I want to start by leading by example. Is there anything in your life or you guys' lives that you want to be there for other people, but you feel as though you need to lead by example? Are you struggling with that? Have you ever thought about getting counseling? I have looked into therapy. Right as of right now, my schedule does not allow it, but I have looked into virtual therapy. Again, you still need that hour block. So most of my things are back to back to back to back to back to back. So I'm going to try to figure out even that, just having someone to help guide me through my thoughts, as well as taking them to God because He knows all. He can speak to me in a still voice and give me clarity that I need of what to do and how to move next. Which leads me into my next topic of what to do when you're moving into your next chapter, prayer and fasting. Okay? In the Bible, they talked about how prayer and fasting is to connect you back to God and to leave behind your old ways and your old, mostly sinning ways, obviously. But if things don't seem clear, the Lord gives us clear answers through His Word. So, praying and fasting. Fasting is not just, oh, you're not eating. You want to be able to pray to God and talk to God and speak to God and listen to God while you are fasting. And with that being said, prayer is not just asking God, hey, God, can I have this? Hey, God, can I have that? It's more of a reverence to God. You are communicating. Oh, hi, Kino. Oh, hi, Kino. Yeah, hi, Kino. It's more than just asking God for things, but it's more of reverence to God and showing God that you respect Him and you are seeking Him and you want His guidance and you want His hand in everything that you're doing. Because He's the only person that can help you get to that next level. Whether it's something small and minute or it's something grand and a huge scale, He's the only one that can get it to you. It's like really, really hot. As y'all see, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Okay, turn it back on. The car. Amen. Is there anything that you are looking to in this next season? Do you have questions of what is next? Have you taken those things to God?
To God. And it seems like it's really, an easy thing to do. We've been, living our lives this whole time, but we've always not known what was in the future. But I know a man. Who knows? I know a man. But yes, moving on. Season's ending. What to do? Um, Heading towards the end of my volleyball season, we're going to have a banquet. So that will be our official last time together within our organization, where we will again share memories, say our goodbyes, laugh, joke, have fun, reflect over what we've learned, assess the growth and the progress that we've made, which are all vital things and important things in order to move into that next chapter. If you've never reflected over anything, I suggest you start today. Reflection is something so powerful and elevating. If you don't know what you're doing wrong, you'll keep doing the same wrong thing. But if you are analyzing what worked and what didn't work, that can really help you. That has also helped me in my trading journey. I still kind of make the same mistakes over and over again, but that's because I'm not really reflecting as much as I should in that area. But as far as coaching goes, I've reflected, so my last season, I did not plan practice very, very well. So I made it a point this season that I would write down my practices, send my practice to my assistant, and then we've recently started going over the practices together. But she told me multiple times, hey, stellar A plus practice today. But that's because I'm actually taking the time. I've done the reflection already, but I'm taking the time and putting in the work to make the future, which is what the practice coming up would be, even better than it was the first go round. There's nothing wrong with preparation. Your ending season right now is preparing you for your next chapter. But if you don't see it that way, if you're not in that mindset, then you're going to be like, oh, well, that season's over. I don't know what to do next. Or, oh, well, that season's over. That season's over. This just a constant cycle of sorrow and wallowing in just confusion. But instead of focusing on the negatives or focusing on the things that are bringing you down in that moment, you can focus on, okay, the season is ending, but everything happens for a reason. What can I take away from this season and carry on into the next one? Oh, I forgot. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, what is it about seasons? Basically, everything is beautiful in God's time, and everything has its season. It's in Ecclesiastes. But yes, everything has a purpose. So if you're feeling down, if you are feeling sad, if you are feeling worried or anxious because something in your life that you have gotten comfortable with is ending, I want you to just reflect, take it to God, and have faith that the next chapter will be even better than the last one. And if it's not, it's still preparing you for that better day and that better time. All it takes is one day to change your life, and that day is the present day. So start now. Reflect over the things that are going away. Prepare and work for the things that are on the way and are coming. And you never know. You just might surprise yourself. I've surprised myself, so I can't wait to see what I have in store in this next season of my life. I love my girls. They've grown so much. We've all grown so much, and it's all about growth. It's all about growing. If you're not growing, you're dying. It's all about progressing to the next level. Also, I just recently had a birthday, so I am closing that chapter of my life and opening this next chapter. And I'm not really sure what it holds. I'm hopeful that it's something new in a great way. It's really time for me to just put in a lot more work, and so I'm willing to do that in order to grow. But it starts with me. I have to have the right mindset. I have to have the work behind it. I have to have the locked in communication with God. I just have to. If it's not there, then I'll fall apart. Oh my gosh, I wish I could go back to that age. We've all said it. But I think a part of growing up and moving into the next season is a beautiful thing. It's all about that preparation, moving forward, growing, elevating. But again, who does it start with? It starts with you. So I hope you took this word as a very encouraging sit down and talk. We're always going to hop on this live for lunch break, so grab your snacks, grab your food, and always catch on the live. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow.